Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one taken from the 7th. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action with Trubisky. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
Intended for Giovanni Bernard. Incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So now the Bills offense onto the field for their first crack at it. They'll be brought out by their quarterback, who is now in season number 9 out of TCU, Andy Dalton.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now let's take a look here at the Bills offense.
And this certainly doesn't seem like an ideal situation for them because they're coming in on a losing streak. and they've got the quick turnaround right here to Thursday night. But maybe that's for the best. Get right back on the horse and go at it again and not dwell on the losing that they've had in recent weeks.
2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Let's look at the defensive starters now for Dallas. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 1st down, Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. We'll look now at our starting defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether you're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Keenum. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Now Gurley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44, Dalton looking for his running back, and he's got him. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And Dalton to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The numbers last week for Bernard, 17 carries, 93 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Cooper's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Play action. It's Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Back him up, back him up.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dalton. And that is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Eyes up, Lee!
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Dalton now to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Dalton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Trubisky to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Bernard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now it's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Giovanni Bernard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Bernard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. The throw complete here to Williams, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and 5. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Passing, it's Dalton, and he's going to find Hogan here, complete. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On third down, Dalton. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Trubisky will throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Point after now from Sturgis. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And that's caught. It's Hogan. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll square off against the New York Jets. Then in the afternoon window, all eyes will be on Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it'll be the Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, we wrap up Thanksgiving weekend with a couple of teams that have gotten to know each other in the playoffs, the Patriots and Texans from Houston. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
And the Bills first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4, Dalton. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this all day.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. They run the counter. Bernard. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
A 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen.
We got this.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Trubisky now off the bootleg. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pressure comes, and the Bills block it. Now it's picked up near midfield. 30. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Offense.
First and 10 at the 36.
So that'll bump it back to a first and 15. A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. It's second down. Dalton looking. This will be caught by Brown. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It's caught. Smith. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 38-yard line.
On second down, Samuels. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He drops it off for Bernard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
A draw play. Bernard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. On third down, Trubisky. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Hands up, lead! Mike 29, watch the pass.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Dalton now to pass. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's where you belong.
The Bills on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And it'll be Dalton again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Passing, it's Dalton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Trubisky gets it to his running back, Bernard. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down, but you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores. You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left, Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
So don't say nothing. Slam.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll run again with Bernard. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That's complete. Bernard. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Dalton. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Dalton, 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Christian Wilkins in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Dalton. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the other expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just like that.
Here's Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the draw, here's Bernard. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sturgis is good, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. 12 yards that time, and it's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Here's Dalton. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's do or die for Dalton. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Dallas, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.